RV show is just around the corner. And what that means is that we got to start closing deals at the show, right? Tons of customers, they come up to the RV show, they're looking for a new unit. They're getting excited about not, this season because this camping season, depending on where you're at in the United States, is ending. And, they're going into their next season, looking for their next RV, looking for their trade in, the RV they're going to replace the unit that they have now with, and they're doing it at the RV show. Excuse me. So, why do they do it at the RV show? Right? Well, the reason they do it at the RV show is because there's a ton of dealers there. Excuse me. Geez. There's every kind of floor plan that you could want. And customers feel like, you know what? Let me go to the RV show. Let me see what's new inside of the RVs, the new, things that are coming out, the prices, the X, the Y, the Z, and maybe they'll strike a deal. In addition, a lot of the time when you're at an RV show, you're getting a really good deal at an RV because there's so much competition around that if you don't come up with aggressive pricing, that people don't buy your RVs, right? Because they can get the same floor plan in another brand and another color from a lane over. So if you're at an RV show, your sales managers, your GMs, your owners, whoever's setting the pricing, they know this, and they typically give you an advantage in terms of your pricing so that you can close some deals and get some deals out at the show. So it's a big deal. And there's a lot of people there. There's people all around. There's people that want to buy. So, what are we doing to make sure that we're selling at the RV show? Because it's a lot different than selling at the dealership. Things are fast paced. There's a ton of people around. So, who do we talk to? What do we say? Where do we go once we find them the right RV? And if you don't know how to approach customers at an RV show or how to look for the right customers or, how to close the deal, then it can be tough. So what you do at an RV show is first, you have to know what you're looking for, right? There's a lot of customers walking around. Some are buyers, some aren't. That's just the way that it is. Some people are up there just looking at the units, enjoying the day, getting some food, and not really shopping, while there's others that are up there looking at units, taking notes. They have their trade information. Those people are more of your buyers. But how do you discern between the two when everybody's around? They're all walking around. Everybody looks the same. And how do we know? So, one of the best ways to find the right people when you're selling at an RV show is to pay attention to the customers that are really looking through the RVs. If they're just walking up and down the aisle really fast with no direction, a lot of the time they might just be looking. But if you see a customer going inside of an RV and they're opening every cabinet, they're opening the microwave, the oven, they're laying in the bed, they're looking in the bedroom, they're opening the cabinets in the bedroom, they're sitting on the furniture, their kids are in the bunk room. Like if you see that, they might be more serious about looking at that RV or more interested, right? So the first thing we need to do is look for the right people. We need to look for the buyers, look for the people that are interested in buying an RV today. Because if we spend too much time with a customer that's not actually a buyer, then 20 buyers could have walked by while we're talking to that customer. And while we're talking to them, we can't be selling someone that's actually going to buy. So because you're at an RV show, timing is very important. We're only there for 3 days from 9 to 5 or whatever the timing is of the RV show. And in those 3 days, we have to capitalize on the minutes that we have at the show and close as many deals as possible. If we're consistently giving our minutes to customers that are never going to buy at the show, then we're wasting a lot of our valuable time. So we have to know who we're looking for. So we need to be looking for the customers that are serious, right? Maybe they have notes. Maybe they have, or they're writing things down, right? Uh, you know, They're going in every unit. Again, they're looking at the unloaded vehicle weight. They're looking throughout the RV. They're just inspecting it more than just kind of browsing through or walking through a unit. Right? If you see someone like that, we should be approaching them and starting a conversation. Now, how do we start a conversation at an RV show? Do we just come up to a customer and say, "Hey, can I help you buy it?" Right? Can we say, "Hey, I see you're looking pretty hard at that RV. Do you want to buy it?" Right? Is that a good thing to come up to an RV customer with? Maybe. But, one of the things that I've found out to be better, right? Because a lot of customers up there, they know that they're at an RV show and they don't want to be high pressure sold, right? Because that's kind of the caveat with them. They come to an RV show knowing that there's a lot of salespeople and that they're going to be sold. So they get really defensive and just kind of push you off if you're trying to be too high pressure. So one of my favorite things to use at an RV show is asking them, "Hey, what are you camping in now? What kind of RV do you got now?" Right? Because what that's going to do is it's going to prompt the customer to either say, "Man, I don't have an RV, and this is what we're trying to do," right? Or they'll say what they're in now. And then what you can see, is it a brand new 2021, 2022 floor plan? Well, if it is, they're probably not buying this year, because most people will not trade in last year's model because of the negative equity that you have to roll into the next unit. Now, yes, it can be done, but again, we're not trying to, save the world here. We're trying to sell as many deals as possible. So, if we're trying to get a customer and spending a lot of time getting a customer to roll all this negative equity into the next unit, and then the bank won't even buy it because there's so much negative equity, and then they don't have any money down, or they don't have enough money down, like, what did we really do? We wasted our time. So we can walk up to our customer, "Hey, what are you camping in now? What are you RVing in now?" They'll say nothing, or they'll say, "This is what we're in." And that gives you a perfect opportunity to start going, "Hey, well, what are you doing with the RV? How are you using it? Where are you going?" Getting to the who, what, when, where, why, and how of the RV, so that you can learn their needs on the spot and then make sure that this is the right RV for them, right? Because if it's not the right RV for them, we don't want to spend a bunch of time in this specific unit. Now, if it is the right RV for them, then bada bing, bada boom. And if we ask them how they're using their RV, and they're like, "Oh, well, the RV is too small. We don't have enough sleeping space. Right now we have a camp, parked at a campground. We didn't think as many people that were going to be coming, we actually come. So now we're running out of space." So now what we're doing is we're able to get our customer talking about the negative aspects of the RV that they own, what they don't like about it, what they would fix about it, right? And that helps us get into them emotions, so that when we try to close the deal, we can say something like, "Hey, this is the perfect RV for you. We have it at a show price, so you're going to get the best deal of the year." Right? I know that you want to get more space and more bedrooms because the RV that you're in, just doesn't give you enough room. This is the trade number. It's perfect for you. It's exactly where you wanted to be. I mean, this is your RV. Buy it now. Right? And then, maybe they give you an objection. Well, and how you're handling the objection. "Well, I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this. How come you won't just buy this RV right now? It's the perfect RV. It's actually priced better than you wanted. It gives you the extra bunks. It's going to solve all your problems. And by buying this RV now, you'll feel comfortable knowing that you have the right RV for the upcoming camping season. So what's stopping you from buying this RV today?" Well, they might say, "Well, you know what, Chris, nothing. Here, sign right here." Or they might say, "Oh, well, it's a lot of money." "Well, I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this," right? And maybe you already know how much their payment is on their other RV, or maybe they paid it off, or, whatever the case is. But you could say, "Well, I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this. What's money if you don't get to use it and spend time with your family and friends and enjoy the time that you're here? You go camping every weekend in an RV that's too small. You can't have your whole family around you, so you have people outside sleeping in tents. You guys could all be having a better experience, creating better memories, hanging out together, sleeping together, and just enjoying the RV much more if you were to trade that one in and buy this one today. So I hear it's a lot of money, but you can't take your money with you. And at the end of the day, time with our family and our friends and creating these memories, those are the priceless things that we'll take with us forever. So do the right thing. Buy this RV today. It's at the right price. It's the perfect RV. You and I both know it. Sign right here. Right. And now we got to get into, hey, listen, once we have a customer that we know should be buying an RV, we need to go and close the deal. And then we need to overcome the objection until they buy. 5, 10, 15, 20 objections. I don't care. Overcome them until they buy, because if you don't, another salesperson will. Okay. So they're there to buy. If you have them on the right RV, sell them the RV. If you're an RV salesperson and you want to get better at the deal, we have the perfect RV sales training program for you, and it's only $99. You can get access to that RV sales training at sellmorelivemore.net. So hop over to sellmorelivemore.net, sign up for that RV sales training program. That way you can get better at the deal. It talks about selling in the dealership. It talks about selling at shows, and it covers everything from A to Z. If you're a dealership, brokerage, or a business that needs more customers for your sales team, that's what we do here at IMR. We help your dealership or business or brokerage get in front of more customers so your sales team can have more conversations and close more deals. So if your sales team could use more customers, give me a call directly. That's what we do. 330-703-3930. Again, 330-703-3930. If you like to read, make sure you go grab the book, Sell More, Live More Sales Training. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it at Barnes & Noble. Hop on those websites, type in Sell More, Live More Sales Training, and go grab you a copy of the book. That way you can get better at the deal. Right. But, while we're out there at the shows in this upcoming show season, let's make sure we're finding the right customers, asking those who, what, when, where, why, and hows to get to the emotions. And then once we find them the right RV, close the deal at the show, get the deposit, get the credit app, go through the sales process, and close the deal. We're going to be talking about RV sales, real estate sales, sales in general, marketing, and everything business all year round. So if you haven't given us a like or a subscription on our Facebook or YouTube page, make sure you hop over to YouTube, type in Infinite Media Resources, hop over to Facebook, type Infinite Media Resources, give us that subscription, give us that like. That way you can be here for all the sales and marketing content that we'll be putting out throughout the year. But while we're selling at the RV show this year, let's make sure we're closing deals. Let's make sure we're finding the right customers, and let's make sure we're spending our time wisely and not wasting it with customers that aren't really there to buy. There's a lot of customers at an RV show and a little bit of time to close. So let's switch it up. See you on the next one.